Hola, bienvenidos a la clase de español. This video tutorial is going to help you to understand the rules, how to browse through the Weebly, the website that I designed for you, and manage back. So, okay, let's get to work. So the first thing that I want to show you is manage back. So if you go directly to ManageBack, well, to be able to access ManageBack, you need to have a Gmail account with the school, an Eton House account. Once that you have that, then please ask to your mentor for your password, and then you can access directly to your class in Spanish. For example, I'm going to use here year 9. You're going to find task and units here posted, and you are going to be able to check the deadline for that homework. Usually we don't have that much homework in Spanish, but it's expected that if something you didn't understand during the class, that you are going to go back to your house and you are going to review that topic, and you are going to try to practice and practice more using the Weebly, using the website. There are going to be certain days and in a specific, usually it's Monday and Tuesday, when you are going to have homework that is going to be graded by me, and you need to submit it through ManageBack. Okay? Here in ManageBack, you have the gradebook here, and then I'm going to, well, the tasks that are graded here, you're going to find them, and here this is important, messages. Usually I post here links for Google Drive documents, so that way I don't need to send them directly to all of the emails. It's just simply go to messages here on ManageBack. Actually, here in ManageBack, if you scroll down, you're going to find the link for the Spanish website here. It's a little bit complicated, the link, so it's not that easy to memorize it, but it's here, XN Salas Español Weebly. Okay, so now let's talk about the Weebly, and let's talk about a little bit about the Spanish class itself. You're going to be assessed through 4 different skills. I'm going to be assessing your listening, reading, speaking, and writing skills. This is the way that the IGCSE program is assessed, and even for 7th and 8th grade, I use the same structure. The reason why is because I want to have like a uniform way, and whenever you're going to reach year 11 or even IB, which manages the same structure, it's going to be easier for you to improve your skills. The content overview, well, we're going to see everyday activities, personal and social life, the world around us, the world of work, and the international world. Something that is very important is that you need to understand that a second language class, is based on the reference levels offered by the Common European Frame, the CEFR. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Then you also need to understand that this class is, the framework is the Cambridge IGCSE. So this website is divided as pre-A1, A1, A1 plus, A2 minus, according to your proficiency. You're going to have a diagnostic exam at the beginning of the year that is going to place you in a different group, and that way I'm going to be able to differentiate different levels. My sources for my website are here, and you can access them directly. So let's say, for example, here you are pre-A1. You're going to find here all of the topics, A1, A1-2, Okay, let's talk about the reference levels. So the assessment is based on this common European framework of reference. For example, if you are a new student and you have never studied before Spanish, then probably it's very likely that this is going to be your level, an A1. And then this is where you're going to begin. And actually, when you have never learned Spanish, I like to call it like pre-A1 because that's just for the vocabulary. Somebody that has taken Spanish classes before, or maybe because he speaks as a first language, a language like French, Portuguese, or what else could work? Italian. Maybe that person he's going to be a proficient A1 student and is going to jump very easily to the A2 because he will be able to make connections to his first language in an easier way. When somebody asks me, oh, is Spanish easy? It really depends on your first language. So for some students that are not used to the phonetics of, for example, of these Romance languages, for them it's a little bit more difficult than for students that already speak those languages. So this is the way that I differentiate the class. These are the groups. And then here for years 7 and 8, you can read the levels, the 8 levels for the national curriculum. And here for year 9 to 11, you can see the grades, what would represent a G, what would represent an A, according to these criterions and the reference levels. Something that is important to show is that a grade G, which is the lowest in the IGCSE assessment, it would be an A2. But if you look at the reference level, then that means that let's here look at it here. You're a basic user, but you can understand sentences and frequently used expressions related to areas of most immediate relevance. So that means that you know basic Spanish, and that's the lowest grade. So the IGCSE program, that's what what we can see here. What we can infer is that actually it's very demanding. It's very demanding. Like you have to learn quite a lot actually to get a G. And then here for the IB, we also have like what would be the equivalent according to the CEFR level. What would be the grade according to the scale that IB works with 1 to 7. So you can here see, like for example, English B and what would be English A, language and literature. There is not a scale like this one for Spanish, but we can take English as a reference. So the way that I'm going to assess you is through this scale. If you are in 9 to 11, that's the scale that we're going to use. This is the scale that we're going to use according to the criterions in the CEFR. And if you are in 7 and 8, well, these are the levels. So, for example, just to make just so you can identify what it would be a 1, what it would be an 8. Level 5, it is somebody that can be speaking in present, past, and future in future tense. So that means that you have very good basic skills. That's a level 5. So you can imagine what it's a level 8, and you can picture in your mind what's a level 1. Okay.